Good morning, everyone. We have seen how we are able to write Python function. And if there is a error in the code and it is not because of the program, it is because of the user, then we should have a system in place to tell that this issue is coming from a Python related user input, not from the programming logic. That's why we have something called as an error handling. For example, if you're dividing a number by 0, you will know that there is no output. You will get an error. That error has to be captured. If you're asking for a number, if you are not entering a number, you're entering an integer or something else, you should have an input validation error. So these mechanisms you need to inbuilt while you're building production grade applications for Python to show error, but show the error that is caused by the user, and the user can make the changes accordingly. So I'll quickly share my screen and we will, and now I think you can see my screen. As I was mentioning you, these are the things that we need to understand, that a error can be because of two things, like it can be because of your syntax and because of what you are inputting. And here, wherever you are having the try, you will mention this particular stuff here. The code that you are writing, any code that you're writing where a user input is required, you may mention that. And then what is there, you may mention the what is the if there is an exception, if there is, what we need to do with the exception. A very simple example, if I can show you here in the code, like suppose here we are trying to divide 10 by 0. This is a simple Python code. If we have an the exception type here is called zero division error. So there are few exception types that are there, like zero division error, value error, which we will talk about. Mainly these are the two most of the types that are there. If there is a zero division error, if you are expecting a number, then you may print out error, the division by 0 is not allowed. So if I run this, you will see this error comes in. But suppose there is a proper number here, then there will be no error. The output will get printed if you want to print the output. If you want to print the output, it will get printed. That is the thing that is there. Now coming to the different type of error is your input handling error. Input validation error, value error that you will do. Suppose I run this code, it is asking integer, as you can see. Suppose I do a, please enter a valid number. And again, if I, so this is the exception type is value error. So this is running. So I typed 1 and everything goes fine. There is no output and it is being stored. So these, and now we can also do multiple exceptions, right? There is if you want two types of exception, you can do except and then the type and except. And we will take one example where we do a simple calculator with this functionality. And something that is also introduced is finally, this block is used for cleanup tasks and always get executed whether an exception occurs or not. Basically, it is the last step that we have, like something like using else with also you can use else with try and except. Like this particular stuff, you can use else block to execute the code with no exception occurred. So suppose in this case, if there is no exception that occurs, then we can just do else. Then we can print result. So this is an option that we can use to run the complete code that is there. So let us try this. So 3.33. So this is the complete code that is there.